everybody, and welcome once again to The Breakdown. All the best highlights from Week 12 in the NFL. I am Osi Umenyiora, and as you can see, I'm all alone today as Jay Bell was in Chicago for the Bears game this weekend. But you know this show by now, we always have to give the people what they want. Isn't that right, Jason?
Absolutely, OC, and I had a great time at Soldier Field this weekend, but you know I can't miss the breakdown, so tell the people what we got going on. What's our first game?
All right, let's start in Kansas City. The Chiefs fighting to save their season against the Indianapolis Colts.
Ball tip and caught at the 5. And still, they're going to rule him down back at the 2-yard line. Wow. Law 2 makes the play. What a play it was. Jones looking and connecting for the touchdown. It's Michael Pittman Jr. Over the top they go, and look at this play. Off he goes. That's Doolin shoved out inside the 5-yard line. Ogletree in motion. Jones looking up top. Throws back in the end zone. Are the feet down? Yes! It is Ogletree with the touchdown grab. Mahomes has not beaten them in the regular season. He beat them in his first ever playoff game, but not in the regular season. Here's a handoff to Hunt, who is, again, off and running with a stiff arm to boot. And a second one all the way to the 33-yard line. Got away from Bynum and others. Kick from 22 is good.
Kansas City wants to win this game. They have to win these down and distances.
Jones down the middle of the field. There's Warren, who said he was quiet. That's just his third catch, and it's a big one for a first down at the Chiefs' 45. Make the handoff to Taylor. Good time for Jones. Down the field he goes. And now for the first time, Pierce gets a catch in this game and a target. Incompletion. Now Badgley from 32. Michael Badgley drives it right down the middle. And again, it's an 8-point lead.
They can get out on the edges. Out here or out there, they have a chance.
Taylor is trying to get to that right edge, and here he goes. Taylor around Cook. Taylor down the sideline. And he's able to break off his biggest run of the game. Make it an 11-point lead. And good.
Extra O-lineman in the game, playing tight end.
Look at all these in the backfield. Here's the handoff. Hunt up and over for the touchdown. And Kareem has a touchdown for the 4th straight game. And now for 2 to trim it to a field goal deficit. If you make it. Mahomes got it to Rice. You got a 2nd and 13. Down the middle, he's got Rice, and Rice is running. Rice is taken off past the 40. Rice is near midfield before he's shoved out of bounds by Pratt.
Kansas City's been incredible on 4th down as well. 5 down, 5 down. Here we go. Someone's got to win one-on-one.
Mahomes passes, and it's caught. What a catch by Rice. Now spins around Ward and falls at the 25. 25 yards from Butker to force overtime. The kick is good. Need 7 for a first down.
Super early, but you got to be all over everything.
It's a blitz. Stepping up and heaving it, and Worthy makes the catch, and they're in field goal range. Steichen right there at the line, running down at the last minute. 2nd and 10. Mahomes has Rice at the 30. 27 yards to win it. And the kick is good. Kansas City survives. And they are still in the mix in the AFC.
This is exactly what we needed to win against a really good football team, and the game's not going your way. you could have folded in that situation and kind of been kind of the rest of the season. The guys responded and then found a way to win on every single unit. I mean, offense, we found a way at the end. Defense stood tall multiple times to give us chances. And then Harrison and Ariza did a great job flipping the field and making field goals. So we needed a win like this, and now let's just try to build off of it.
Yep, the Chiefs were down 20-9 with only 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But you cannot keep this football team down as long as they have Andy Reid at head coach and Patrick Mahomes at the quarterback. For the beginning of the fourth quarter, the Chiefs had 236 yards on offense. The Colts only had 18. And we're going to take a look at exactly what Patrick Mahomes did here, J. Bell.
First of all, Patrick Mahomes is backed up, right? And he needs an explosive play. So what are you going to do? You got to get the ball to Rashee Rice in space, and that's exactly what happens. You see, it's a zone coverage, but Rashee Rice is matched up man-to-man against Kenny Moore, and he just uses his horizontal speed and his physical running ability to break through. When it comes to having a comeback, the explosive plays are necessary, and look at what Mahomes does in the pocket. He stays cool and calm. He has protection, and it's Rashee Rice doing the rest of the work.
That is a great play, and they're going to run a similar concept right here. You're going to see Rashee Rice up here at the top of the screen, and he's going to run what we like to call a shallow crosser. Let this play, Otis. And as he's running the little shallow cross, Patrick Mahomes is going to look for him because they need to get the ball into his hands in space because we know he can run after the catch and he can make things happen. Look at him go up there and get that play and then go down, keep making people miss and then fall down. This guy right here had a fantastic football game. Help him bring the Chiefs back in this one. Check this out right here as this play goes. You're going to see them right here. They're going to run into each other almost, and he finds Rashee Rice wide open, and he's going to make a man miss and get the Chiefs in scoring position.
All right, 3rd and 7, money down. I need everybody to focus on Patrick Mahomes because it's going to be pressure in his face. But this is when he is at his best. Watch him step up in the pocket. Play it right now, Otis. You're going to watch him step up in the pocket, and that's how he extends plays. This is when he's at his best. He's moving up, but he's still throwing. This is what he's so dangerous at. They talk about it on film. Whenever he's moving forward in the pocket, he's extending the play. And what you're seeing, because it's this man-to-man coverage, because all of that pressure, you're using Xavier Worthy's speed to run horizontally away from the leverage of the corner.
Massive win for the Kansas City Chiefs. If they would have lost this game, their season would have been all but over. They found a way to win it. I kind of like this, J. Bell. I mean, I don't like it, but I kind of do like it because you're still here, but you're not here. You know what I mean?
Listen, I do, but don't get all comfortable now. Come on now. Chill out. Are you setting something up here?
Never that, man. You know you're my guy. Next up for the Kansas City Chiefs is a trip to Dallas to play against the Cowboys on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. You're going to be there too, J. Bell, aren't you?
That's right, OC, and I'm going to share some turkey with you virtually. And now we've seen the Chiefs win, but it's all about Dallas. Can they keep their playoff hopes alive versus the Philadelphia Eagles?
Hurts throwing end zone. A.J. Brown, touchdown, Eagles. Hurts, designer run, up the middle, he goes, Jalen Hurts, still going, he's in, touchdown.
Bring that juice and see if you can get a little momentum going your way.
Devontae Turpin back there, he lost the ball, that is on the floor and is picked up by Zach Bond. This time the Eagles will have the recovery.
Force errant throws, you got to do when you play this much zone defense.
Eagles need to get to the 40. Hurts loading up, going deep. Devontae Smith comes back and gets it. Oh, Devontae Smith on a beautiful throw. Got stopped a few times last week versus the Lions. Here they're on the half-yard line. Hurts, shove forward, he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Prescott. Looking, rolling traffic, it's intercepted! Reed Blankenship picks it off in the end zone.
Not for the home team.
Cowboys looking to get back in it. See what they got. Prescott, pressure right in his face. Steps away, pointing, throwing, good play. Turpin makes the catch. Oh, and a good move. Devontae Turpin, look at the speed. Turpin all the way inside the 25. Prescott looking to throw. Corner. Touchdown, Pickens. Eagles show blitz. Movement. I don't see a flag. Third down. Prescott going to launch it. Going deep. CeeDee Lamb makes the catch. Eagles, not a highly penalized team, but they've got 10 today, most on the year. First and goal, Dallas. Prescott rolling. Looking. Throwing. Caught. Touchdown. This from 56. Elliott gets into it. It is no good. He pushed it right. Prescott has some time. Loading up. Going deep. Pickens. He's got it. Oh, come on. Prescott thinking about running. Is he going to get there? Gets a block. Prescott flies in. Touchdown. Second and long. Hurts. Can't find it. He flips to Barkley. Nice little play. Barkley lost the ball. It's loose. Cowboys recover. Sam Williams knocked it out, and Kenneth Murray takes it home. Another beauty. Gibson way back inside his 5. He catches it at the 1. He gets a good block. And Gibson out across. He fumbles it. It's loose. Cowboys recovered it. Trent Sieg, I think, got it. He's the long snapper, and he hauls it in. Holy cow.
Yeah, there's help to the top. He's got to come to the bottom of the screen.
Prescott sees that. Looking. Nothing. In trouble. Throws. Caught, but short. Ferguson doesn't know. It's incomplete. It doesn't matter. The Eagles take over. Cowboys rush 4. Hurts. In trouble. Sacked. Oso Digizua for a big loss, and the Cowboys will get it back. 3rd and 2. Prescott over the middle. Caught by Ferguson. First down in the Eagles territory with Aubrey. They're already in field goal range. Blitz coming. Prescott over the middle. It is caught inside. George Pickens again. And he's down to the 21. Aubrey up. And he's got it. The Cowboys win.
Yeah, that game was needed. And no, never blinked, never had any doubt, and 1,000% believed from the beginning. I mean, there was times, right? I'm telling guys, believe, and then there was a moment there in the fourth quarter where a book goes, believe, and I go, I know. Like, we're done with the believe. We've believed long enough, and we've got ourselves back in this game. Like, now you've got to know. And so that's just it's a testament to this brotherhood, sticking together, going down 21 against the defending Super Bowl champs in a division game is tough. And like you said, I'm sure there was fans. I'm sure there was people, right? Oh, this is over. These guys are going to run off. But defense. I can't give them enough credit. We wouldn't have won this game without the opportunities that they gave us over and over again. It was also moments of just, when they get a stop or something happen, whether it was Quinnen or Donovan, one of those guys telling me, we got you. And then when they did stop, I'm telling them, we told you. It was just continuation of what we did last week and just sticking together. And like I said, it's about the brotherhood. And trust me, once again, we're always going to do it and do it for Marshawn. And he was felt tonight, and I'm sure he was playing right there alongside with us.
What changed after those first 3 drives?
I think overarching, we gotta find a way to finish the game, and we gotta find some consistency in what we do. Definitely the tell of 2 halves, but in the end, we didn't play a complete game as a team. And today it got us. You give a lot of respect to Dallas and their team, how they competed. Something in question right now is just how we respond to it, and I have a lot of confidence in how we respond.
Are you surprised at this point that you have consistency week in, week out?
No. We've been before. We'll figure it out.
Now, if you ask any single man on planet Earth, what do you want from yourself? You'll hear the same variation of the same answer. They'll tell you, I want to be physically strong. I want to be mentally strong. I want to be emotionally strong and hopefully financially strong. These things are a little hard to achieve, but most men will tell you the exact same thing. Now, if you ask women, what do you want from men? Oddly enough, they will tell you the same thing. They'll be like, I want my man to be physically strong. I want him to be emotionally strong. I want him to be mentally strong and, financially strong. That would help too. Those things would be nice. So you see, what men want from themselves and what women want from men, although those things are hard to achieve, they are really around the same thing. Now, if you flip this and you ask women, what do you want from yourselves? And then you ask men, what do you want from women? What you'll find is those answers are completely different. Those things are not the same at all. There's a little bit of a disconnect there, ladies and gentlemen. And why am I giving you this little soliloquy? Well, the Philadelphia Eagles just lost a heartbreaking game to the Dallas Cowboys. And if you ask anybody in the Philadelphia Eagles organization, what do you want from yourselves? They'll say, we want to win. If you ask Jalen Hurts, the quarterback, what do you want from yourself? He'll say, I want to win. If you ask A.J. Brown, the star receiver, what do you want? He's going to tell you, I want them to throw me the damn ball. A little bit of a disconnect there. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a look at something right here because the Philadelphia Eagles said, you know what? Our petulant wide receiver, we're going to feed you the football. Yeah, you want the ball, we're going to feed it to you. And they went to him early and often in the first quarter of this game. I want you to take a look at A.J. Brown down here. And let this play. Jalen Hurts. A.J. Brown is going to find a little hole in the zone defense of the Dallas Cowboys. That is easy touchdown. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. Now you're going to see him at the top. He's going to run another in-breaking route, and he's going to find another hole in the zone defense of the Dallas Cowboys. Another pitch and catch for him. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. A.J. Brown making plays. A.J. Brown has the ball in his hands. He's making things happen. But the problem with the Philadelphia Eagles wasn't that they were throwing the football. The problem with the Philadelphia Eagles offense is they have not been able to run the football effectively this year. Last year, 170-something yards a game. This year, 111. Now, for a team predicated on running the football, for a team that needs to run the football for their quarterback to get going, if you're not able to run the football, you are in big trouble. And I want you to take a look at the Dallas Cowboys now, flexing their muscles. Let this run, Otis. Every single time Saquon Barkley had the ball, you see him being met by a wall of defenders. They're coming after him. They're saying, you are not going to be able to run the football on us. We are the Dallas Cowboys. Poor run defense, but oh no, they are getting after the running back. They are eliminating the running back. And when you cannot run the football, ladies and gentlemen, if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, guess what? It makes throwing the football very, very difficult because Jalen Hurts isn't a quarterback who's going to sit back there and dice you without a running game. And right now, the Dallas Cowboys have that running game completely befuddled, and they are pinning their ears back and coming after Jalen Hurts. All the pressure is on him, and now he cannot see those open lanes that he was seeing because the Dallas Cowboys defenders are dropping into this zone coverage, and they are befuddling him. Check this out right here, and you're going to see Jalen Hurts, the pressure coming up. Osa Adigizua, look at him holding on to the football. No way to throw the football. All the defenders are in coverage. Why? Because of the inability of the Philadelphia Eagles to run the football. So anybody who's wondering what's wrong with the Philadelphia Eagles offense, it is not the connection between A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. It is the lack of a running game.
I don't know how you do it, but you keep finding a way, my brother. And I'm telling you, the disconnect is real. It was a key third down, and I saw Jalen Hurts try to throw the ball short to A.J. Brown, and he got jammed up on the line of scrimmage. So like in any relationship and communication, you know what, Osi? You got to stay present because you just don't know. And we're going to stay present too and keep it moving right now to No Huddle because we got the best plays from 5 games, starting with the upset on Thursday Night Football. And I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of people upset with these relationship conversations. The Texans put a beating on Josh Allen, 8 sacks and 2 interceptions. Davis Mills made it 3 wins from 3 games, starting in place of the injured C.J. Stroud. Having started 0-3, the Texans now have a winning record at 6-5. The final, the Texans 23 to the Bills 19.
Seattle Seahawks at the Tennessee Titans. Jackson Smith-Njigba's incredible season continued. This week, he went past 1,100 yards for the season and broke the all-time single-season record for Seattle in only 11 games. He had 8 catches for 167 yards and 2 tugs against the Titans, who dropped to 1-10. Seahawks 30, Titans 24.
After practicing last week, it looked like Joe Burrow's return could be imminent. But it's going to be too little, too late for the Bengals as they slipped to 3-8. But they kept this one close, but they couldn't stop the Patriots from making it 9 wins in a row. Marcus Jones picked off Joe Flacco and took it back to the house as New England stay on top of the AFC. The Patriots 26, the Bengals 20.
New York Jets at the Baltimore Ravens. There was a quarterback change for the Jets as Justin Fields dropped to the bench for Tyrod Taylor. Ravens made hard work of this game and were losing at halftime, but 2 third-quarter touchdowns from Derrick Henry were enough to give them a 5th consecutive win. Ravens 23, Jets 10.
And finally, the Vikings might wish they could change quarterbacks. J.J. McCarthy continued his struggles with another inaccurate display against the Packers. He had 87 yards passing, 2 interceptions in this game. But shout out to Dan Whelan, the Packers' Irish punter, who helped set up this touchdown for Emmanuel Wilson. Wilson had a nice day with Josh Jacobs out injured with over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Packers 23, the Vikings 6.
The Detroit Lions have lost 3 of their last 5 games, but they were heavy favorites to beat our New York Football Giants. Jameis Winston, the starting quarterback for this one, as Jackson Dart in concussion protocol. Let's see how this game played out.
3rd down and 2 on the toss. Singletary back to Winston. And now Winston fires downfield into the end zone. Touchdown, Wan'Dale Robinson.
Tyrone Tracy throws it back, a lateral back to Jameis Winston. Jameis makes one player miss. That's all he needed, and you know he's had a big arm for the past 10 years, right?
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Gets it into the hands of St. Brown, and he forces his way into the end zone for a Lions touchdown.
Amon-Ra is coming across in motion. As he does that, you see all the blockers getting ready. They have the angles. They go to Brian Burns' side. He actually played that pretty well.
From the 31, play fake with the Giants leading 10-7. Wide open, Tyrone Tracy inside the Lions 30. Huge play for the Giants. Empty backfield, 3rd down and 8. As Winston throws to the end zone, it is caught for a touchdown. Isaiah Hodgins.
You're getting the plays basically shoved down your throat by Jameis Winston. Aside from that one play, the first touchdown, it's been just basic football.
2nd and 1, Gibbs picks up a Lions first down, still going inside the 30. One man to beat, it's Belton. And Belton brings him down inside the Giants' 5-yard line.
Playing outstanding football for them.
On 1st and goal, it is Gibbs, reaches across, touchdown.
Kenneth Gary for the win.
Here's Khalif Raymond. Raymond across the 40. And it's Koo who makes the tackle. Bates knocks it through. Another trick play as Olszewski throws. It's caught. Olszewski with the pass into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Jameis Winston.
This is Olszewski. He's going to get the ball on a reverse. I thought it was going to be a reverse pass to the front side. Instead, he's waiting for Jameis Winston, who then gets open, going against Derek Barnes, somehow breaks the tackle, dances in. Keep getting after him as if it was 0-0.
Right, the blown leads have been well documented. There's Gibbs. Belton couldn't bring him down. Holland chasing after him. And Jahmyr Gibbs is into the end zone for a Lions touchdown, 49 yards.
This is the same play that he almost scored a touchdown on before, and you're going to watch the individual effort from Jahmyr Gibbs. You see how they get to the second level. Barnes, he had man coverage as well, forcing down the fourth down.
So here's Bates from 59. It is good. Here's Gibbs on first down. Jahmyr Gibbs across midfield. One man to beat. Inside the 20, the 10. Touchdown on the first play from scrimmage. In overtime. Remember, the Giants will have an opportunity. Let's get to the 22-yard line of Detroit. Winston looking on fourth down. He's wrapped up, and down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson with the exclamation point in an overtime victory for the Detroit Lions.
Man, I'm proud of the guys. I mean, we hung in there. We fought. You felt like the next series was going to be the one that we were going to get the upper hand, and we did. You know, it's not easy to hang in a game like that where there's things that aren't going perfect. But at the end of the day, when we need it most, man, guys showed up. You know, Goff showed up, St. Brown showed up, Hutch showed up, Gibbs showed up, O-line, D-line. Man, our coverage aspect, rocking those guys, getting Reed back. Anyway, it was just, man, it wasn't perfect. There are things to clean up, certainly. Came down to the wire, had to win in overtime, but I'll take that win. That's a good win.
What can you say about Gibbs? Just the impact that he has week after week and big play after big play, Dan?
He's electric. He's electric, you know, and he's a game changer.
So the Detroit Lions avoided the upset against our New York Football Giants, winning the game 34-27. But the Giants gave them everything that they could handle. Jameis Winston, the quarterback, QB1 now for the Giants, making some plays early, man. Let's take a look at Jameis Winston over here, J-Bell.
I love this, Osi, because what do you got to do if you're the New York Giants? You got to make it fun. You got to throw the kitchen sink at them. All them plays you dial up and you pay no attention to, you put it out there for explosive plays like this. Give your team a chance, man. I was cheering all the way in Chicago.
I bet you everybody who plays against Jameis Winston is petrified. They don't know which Jameis is going to show up, man. Is it the guy who's going to throw for 400 yards or is it the guy that's going to throw for 5 interceptions? I mean, nobody knows, but this guy is a fantastic athlete, man. Take a look at this play right here. Some nice trickeration as they get the ball to Gunnar Olszewski, and what does he do here, J-Bell? Finds Jameis Winston.
You know what's crazy? He put his hand up in the air like a wide receiver, like,
I'm
give me the
open.
rock, I'm open, man. I'm open. And then he danced. Hey, this celebration is classic,
cold.
though, man. This is what it's about, OC.
It's cold.
I mean, look at this, man. Look at how it's dialed up. Coming around the corner right here, wide open. It works because you're trying to mess with the eyes of the defender, right? But he hit him with a stutter step. That is cold as ice, OC.
But the Detroit Lions were going to answer back, and they had a monster game from Jahmyr Gibbs. What do they call it? Is it Sonic or Knuckles or Tails? Which one is he? Is he Sonic?
This is Sonic for sure, OC. Look at how explosive he is and the vision he has. When things are blocked up front, this guy makes you pay, and he makes defenders miss. This is why they took him early in the draft, because of the explosive nature of his game.
Making people miss, but check this out right here. I want you guys to take a look at number 91. He has the B gap. Very, very important that you maintain gap integrity in the NFL. Let this play, Otis. You see him in the B gap, and then he gets cut out of the B gap, and look at Gibbs running right through the B gap, finding a little bit of space, and he is off to the races. Gap integrity in the NFL, absolutely crucial. If you don't maintain your gap, you have athletes like Jahmyr Gibbs who are going to make you pay.
I'm glad you broke that down, OC, because that's exactly what he does. But he has to have that vision, right? Because a lot of running backs don't see that opportunity when things are blocked up. But this guy makes you pay. Again, look at him just shoot through there and accelerate, man. It is so hard. If you don't get him bottled up, he takes advantage of it.
Unbelievable. And here again, gap integrity is absolutely crucial. You're going to see my main man, number 58, Bobby. Bobby is going to be put in a bind because he's essentially trying to play two gaps, and you cannot play two gaps against Jahmyr Gibbs. Let this play, Otis. He's going to be playing two gaps. You're going to see him fall back and then try to fall back to the outside. As soon as he does that, Gibbs sees him, cuts back to the inside, and he is off to the races. Jahmyr Gibbs torched the New York Football Giants, 264 yards from scrimmage, 3 touchdowns, absolutely unbelievable performance.
He makes it look easy too, bro. All right, OC, it's time to take a look at our next game, and it happened to be one that I was at.
How
OC.
convenient. How convenient.
Yeah, we got to make it about me a little bit because the Packers and the Lions both won on Sunday, so the Chicago Bears had to come against the Steelers, and they had to come up big to stay ahead in the NFC North.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, they've run the fewest offensive plays per game, and they have the most plays on defense. Williams, a strike to DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. Working from the 30-yard line. Warren stays in there, fake the handoff. Rudolph floats it up top, and it's hauled in. A hit downfield to Skowronek. 10th play of the drive. Motion man is Metcalf. They need 2 yards. Rudolph, safety valve. Gainwell, he's going to get there and then some. First and goal for the Steelers. Rudolph swings it out. DK Metcalf turns it upfield and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Here's Williams in the pocket. Williams trying to get out of the pocket. He won't. Loses the ball and the Steelers jump on top of it. It's a touchdown. And it's TJ Watt.
That's one hell of a way to do it. With a strip sack causing a touchdown.
It's Williams from the gun. Williams, quarterback keeper, he's got it. And he gets pushed at the end of the play. Clock continues to tick. 5:24 left in this first half. Williams sets, throws, wide open. Makes the connection to Odunze. 3rd and 5, 4 minutes to go. First half. Williams throws it, and it's caught for the touchdown. Loveland carries the defender with him for the score. First and goal inside the 1. Pitch it to Warren. Nobody there. Warren, touchdown. 3rd down and 5. Under a minute to go. Williams, soft toss, handled by Burden. Zigzags his way. Scott Daly to snap it. Pulled by Taylor. Leaning in. The 47-yarder is good.
Playing some of his best ball here in Chicago.
So, new set of downs for Pittsburgh. Play action. Rudolph out of the pocket. This time he's not getting away. Montez Sweat gets home. Now has 170 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns. Turns this into a 3rd and manageable. Flags are down. Williams downfield. Open man. Touchdown. DJ Moore. Metcalf is back in there. Rudolph looking. Rudolph is sacked.
Ball's out. Ball's out.
Ball is rolling around. Who's got it? Bears had a shot at it. Steelers then had a chance. Chicago's Montez Sweat. Handoff. Manungai. He's a hammer. Touchdown, Bears.
Think about that Skowronek over from earlier.
Rudolph slings it. Handled by Austin. First down. Good move upfield by Austin to get extra yards inside the 40.
It benefits you more to try and get the 7 than to settle for the 3 now.
From the gun. Double clutch. Touchdown. Freiermuth. And that's a BB from Mason Rudolph. Bears up by 3. Williams out of the pocket. Williams on the move. Throws. Incomplete. Clock is ticking. They need 6 yards. Rudolph throws. And it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. It's over. They are 8-1 in their last 9 games. They hold off the Steelers.
How do you look at a game like this? You get the 3 touchdown passes. You guys had an opportunity to put them away.
Yep.
But you get the win. I mean, how do you kind of balance that as you assess yourself?
Yeah. You don't apologize for any wins in this league, and I think that's a historic organization over there, and they got a bunch of great athletes, a bunch of great coaches, and things like that. So, like I said, you don't apologize, but you do understand where you can be as a team, what we could have done out there, and that's the frustrating part. And it starts with me, and it funnels down everybody else. Missing a few passes and a couple passes that recently that I've been kind of kind of just surgical with, and missed those passes today, and it was frustrating. But trying to stay positive for the guys. Just know what type of game it's going to be. They were running the ball well and things like that, and so they were using a lot of clocks. We weren't going to have many possessions, and so trying to be positive for those guys, and not get too frustrated in those situations. And then from there, we gotta, it's I said it before. We gotta learn from. It's nice when you get to learn from wins, and you find ways when you have mess ups or all these different things to find ways to win. But also understand that we have so much left in the tank and we can be so much better.
In the last 4 games, Caleb Williams has thrown for over 1,000 yards with 8 touchdowns and no interceptions. And when I evaluate quarterbacks, I look at what they do in the red zone. And this man is executing at a high level. Play the clip, Otis, right here on this throw. You don't have a lot of space when it comes down to the red area. So you have to be accurate and precise with your throws. And you have to have extremely good route running and spacing. And that's exactly what happens. Look at DJ Moore right here, down here in this bunch set. And he is going to run at the defender to try to attack his leverage. When he does that, it allows him to gain space and do this whip route, turn around, and come through. And the blocking up front allowed Caleb Williams to have vision and throw accurately, and that is the key, right? How is the offensive line blocking up front in this condensed space, and the ability for the receivers to attack leverage to come open, and they're doing a great job on that in the red area. Now, also in the red zone, third downs are crucial. This is your money down. What are you going to do? How are you going to make it happen? And Caleb Williams is arriving at these moments over and over again. And once again, it's his accuracy and his delivery in the spacing, but his route running is precise on the outside. Look at Loveland, the tight end, using the leverage in his route running and his body positioning to get open against Kyle Duggar, and this upfield shoulder throw right there by Caleb Williams on third down, a money down. We're back. Another third down. This was a pivotal point in the game. The Bears are chasing points, and this is a perfect play design by Ben Johnson. But once again, Caleb Williams, cool, calm, and collective in the red area and on third down. And this route right here is built to beat that coverage. What do I mean? It's cover 3. You got your safety who has the deep third. You have your corner on the outside who has the deep third, but you have to distract him. So the inside receiver runs right at Jalen Ramsey to freeze him there. You see the outside corner is occupied, so DJ Moore has a clear path to the end zone, and you still got to make the throw, and Caleb Williams comes through. This kid is balling. He's going to be one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, and it's because what he does on money downs. You got to come through, and he's delivering.
Dang, J-Bell, that was outstanding, man. You're so far away, but still feels like you're still here with us, Jason. I love that. Absolutely outstanding. Anyway, let's run through the rest of Sunday's games, and we're going to start with our homeboy, Shedeur Sanders' first start for the Cleveland Browns. Perfect timing.
With his dad watching from the stands, Shedeur Sanders became the first Browns quarterback in 30 years to win his first career start. Sanders showed his arm strength against the Raiders, hitting Isaiah Bond with a 52-yard pass. Myles Garrett couldn't believe the Browns quarterback made that throw. And Garrett, oh my goodness, he had another big day with 3 sacks to take his total for the season to 18. OC, he's now just 4.5 away from the all-time record. The Browns 24, the Raiders 10.
Absolutely ridiculous. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Arizona Cardinals. J-Bell, better look away. Trevor Lawrence, your boy, the silky one, 4 turnovers this week. 3 interceptions and this fumble, which was returned by Walter Nolan. Boy, what's going on with your boy, J-Bell? Look at his hair. At least he's got nice hair.
Called him the
but to be fair, he did throw 3 touchdowns as the Jaguars defeated the Cardinals in overtime. Cam Little hit a 52-yard game winner as Jacksonville moved to 7-4 and put pressure on the Colts in the AFC South. Jaguars 27, Cardinals 24.
You remember Hawaiian Silky, OC? My Michael Penix Jr.'s injury last week turned out to be season-ending, so it's Kirk Cousins time for the Falcons again. And with Drake London also out for an injury, Cousins threw 2 touchdowns, including a 49-yard pass to Darnell Mooney. The Falcons 24, the Saints 10.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the LA Rams. And finally, Sunday Night Football between the Rams and the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay's season could be heading off the rails as they lost a 3rd straight game and lost Baker Mayfield at halftime to a shoulder injury. But on the other side, Matthew Stafford continues to look like the best quarterback in football. 30 touchdowns now with just 2 interceptions on the season. Devontae Adams caught another 2 touchdowns to make it 12 for the year for him. Final Rams 34, Buccaneers 7.
Rams look good, OC. The Rams look good.
30 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Wow.
Okay, OC, it's time to talk about the playoffs because we are in November. And you see the divisional leaders, right? But I want to talk about who's in the hunt because I'm telling you, 2 interesting teams are the Chiefs and the Texans. If the Texans get their quarterback back, my goodness, it could be explosive.
Over to the NFC now. And in the NFC, the division leaders, we have the Rams, the Eagles, the Bears, and the Buccaneers, the Wildcards, Seahawks, and the Packers. In the hunt, we got the Lions and the Panthers, and the Cowboys are a very dangerous football team, man. Do not let them get in because that offense, explosive. But I like the NFC. I believe the Super Bowl champion actually is going to come out of the NFC this year. Well, J. Bell and viewers, as always, we have to tell you and leave you with what we learned. What did we learn? What did we learn today, ladies and gentlemen? Well, number 1, we'll always be together. We're brothers.
Yes.
We're happy and we're singing. And
we're happy and we're...
Even when you're far apart, you and I, J. Bell, will always be together. Number 2, we both think the Super Bowl champion is going to come from where, J. Bell?
The NFC, my brother. We think the Rams look pretty good, and there's other options, too, to subscribe to.
And number 3, finally, what we got. The reverse doesn't work. The reverse doesn't work, J. Bell.
The reverse. Explain that to the people.
We're not talking about like a flea flicker or a reverse. You see, what happens is, again, what men want from themselves and what women want from men, usually the same things. Those things are hard to accomplish, but usually the same things. The reverse, not so much. The reverse is very, very different. It doesn't work, ladies and gentlemen. It does not work, J. Bell. Man, J. Bell, I need you back here, man. I miss you, man. Come on back.
I'm coming back, bro. I'm coming back, man. And I'm telling you, the reverse definitely works with us, bro. Hey, OC, great job holding it down. I'm sorry I wasn't there. You're the man. And everybody should like, subscribe, comment on OC's performance, holding it down, making it happen. No help needed. My guy comes through as the Super Bowl champion he is. Thank you all. Keep it coming. We appreciate it.